is everything in your home worth? If you were made a cash offer for it all, what would you keep and what would you sell? Welcome to Secret Dealers. I've been given the keys to 2 country houses, so I can let our antique dealers in for a good rummage.
Wow, what a place.
They will be competing against one another to buy the homeowner's treasured possessions using secret bids with their own money.
So the greediest won't buy them?
Well, that's about basically it.
Coming up on today's show, the dealers get in a tight squeeze but still walk away with something.
You could leave us 3 antique dealers in this toilet, and I guarantee you, at the end of the day, we'd all come out making a profit.
And 2 has to fit into 1 as the homeowners try to make a fresh start.
What I want to know is whose stuff is going to go. Nicky's. Ooh, this could be fun.
Our first house is in the Wiltshire countryside. This splendid property was designed by the owners and finished just 3 years ago. Inside, the contents are a lot older, but just as grand. It's home to Christopher and Sarah and their 2 children, Lucy and Charlie. Christopher once worked as an auction house porter and has dabbled as an antique dealer.
My interest in antiques came from my grandmother, so it's through the genes, really.
You spent a lot of time sat on the loo reading a lot of books about it.
Now, though, Christopher is looking to sell on some of his antiques and has some prize items, such as this wonderful gilt-framed oil painting, which is easily worth 4 figures. And this rare William IV spirit flask, which he inherited from his grandmother.
I don't think it'll be difficult to part with. I don't really like it. I mean, yes, it belongs to my grandmother, but it's got to go.
But do all his family share his love of antiques?
And what do you think, Lucy, about all the things in your house? There's quite a lot of old things in this house, aren't there? What do you think? Do you like things?
Some things not.
Now, is there anything down here that is particularly yours?
My chair.
Your little chair. I did notice there was quite a small chair there. How do you feel about selling that?
Don't really want to.
So that's yours, is it? OK. Well, you never know. We might get some offers on it anyway.
Well, Lucy seems to be sitting tight on 1 item at least. Pitching their knowledge against Christopher and Lucy today are Henry, Simon and James.
Now, I'm quite excited about this house, and the main thing about this house is that the homeowner has antiques in the blood. And he's chosen top quality pieces for his home, which means we want top quality bidding. You better go and have a look.
Come on, let's go to work. Thank you, Kate. Right, here we go.
Wow, what a place.
Hey, this is good. Look at this.
Let's see what we can find. Ooh, nice painting.
The walls of Chris and Sarah's house are plastered with fine paintings, which should suit picture expert and big spender James.
Quite nice copy of somebody or other. Fantastic carved Florentine frame. But it looks like a 19th century copy of an old master. I don't know what to do about that. I think that's going to cost money, that one.
You're not wrong there. This is a wonderful framed painting of the Angel Gabriel and worth a stash of cash. Furniture specialist Henry likes practical antiques, so this mahogany Victorian chest on chest should be just the thing for him.
This is a chest on chest, or some people call them a tall boy. You're looking at early 19th century. I like that. So I think what we'll do is we'll pop a little bid on it. Let's just tuck that up there.
OK, got a nice little letter opener here. So you simply would slide that in, open your mail in the morning, see what bills you've got that day to pay.
Simon might think this is a letter opener, but because of its size, I know it's a Victorian page turner, which stopped your hands getting ink stained when turning the pages of a newspaper.
I'm going to leave a bid on that.
Well, that's all that counts.
Oh, wow.
You're here already, Simon?
Trouble is, there's nothing in this house, is there, James?
No, nothing at all.
You know...
I wouldn't bother to come in this room.
The dealers are, in fact, finding lots to bid on, and one thing Chris would like to sell is this William IV stoneware spirit flask.
William IV is nice. I like these stoneware spirit flasks.
1830s?
1830s, exactly. So I should think this is probably coronation commemorative.
I think it's very rare, James.
You're costing me money again, Kate.
Well, don't think the homeowner will let it go for nothing.
Well, no, I'm sure he won't. We'll have a go anyway. Oh, it always worries me when Kate tells me how much to pay.
It's just the sort of thing Henry will like too. He's in the next room examining a Georgian mahogany knife box, but it's missing all its interior fittings.
Unfortunately, somebody has absolutely butchered it, which is a real shame. Lovely quality. I think I'll still put a cheeky bid on it.
The box might be missing its interior, but it dates from 1770 and has a beautiful serpentine shape. And next to the knife box, Henry spots that page turner, which Simon thought was a letter opener.
This is really, really nice, silver-handled and ivory page turner.
Oh, well done, Henry.
Someone else has already put a bid on this, but I'm going to see if I can beat them. You never know.
Hello, Kate. No, I want your advice about something.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. What do you think about this?
I spotted the painting.
Do you think it's a 19th century copy?
Well, tell you what I think straight away. What a belting gilt frame.
The frame is fantastic, isn't it?
It is incredible, isn't it?
Wouldn't it make a wonderful mirror frame? I'm tempted to leave a bid on that because it's a good thing.
I think you'd regret it tomorrow if you didn't.
I think you're absolutely right. God, you're always talking me out of my money, aren't you? Thanks a lot.
But you have to be careful in this house because not all is what it seems.
It's a lovely idea. It is just original book bindings here that have just been cut and just glued together just to make a really nice piece of decoration. Lovely.
And there's something about this house that doesn't feel right to Simon, and he's being a little cautious.
I've got a little bit of a feeling that there's just something a little bit tradey about it. Everything here looks like it's well valued, and I think that's probably what's making me a little bit edgy, because from experience I know that you could leave 20 bids. The one bid that's the mistake is probably the bit that you're going to leave with at the end of the day, so you've got to be careful.
Okay.
But you know that.
There are some nice things here.
There are some nice things, and I'm still bidding.
Well, I'm sure you'll sniff them out, Simon.
I hope so. Cheers, Kate.
My favourite.
Now Henry has found the William IV spirit flask James has already bid on.
Again, this is 19th century, 1820, 1830. But I love these spirit flasks. They're really, really lovely.
I just wondered what I missed there. You were waxing lyrical about it. I thought, spirit flask, I like them. I must have missed that one.
I absolutely love these. I've got several at home. I'm hoping it's going to be enough to outbid James, because that's the sort of thing, if I do buy it, I'm actually going to keep it and it'll go into my collection.
That's good news for Christopher, as the dealers often spend the most money on the things they want to keep rather than sell.
Pewter spittoons. In the days when you chewed tobacco in a pub, every now and again you'd have a good gob, so you're into that. I'm going to leave a bid on those. I like that kind of thing.
It's a sweet little child's chair.
That's 8-year-old Lucy's chair. She said she doesn't want to sell it, but that could be a lot of pocket money that Henry's offering.
Oh, this is nice.
Now, the knife box Henry has already bid on has caught James's eye too.
It should have been fitted inside to hold knives and forks, and that's gone. What I like about this is its size. So even though the bits inside are missing, I will leave a price on it.
This box is certainly proving popular.
Oh, that's nice.
As is the silver and enamel page turner right next to it.
That's a saleable thing. So we'll have a go at that. I noticed the others have spotted it already.
Wow, all 3 dealers have bid on the page turner now. With time running out, the pressure is on as the dealers want to make sure they haven't missed anything.
So I want to leave a bid on that knife box. Both the other dealers have, by the looks of it. Oh, go on, I'll write down what will probably be considered to be a rotten bid.
That's a full house on the knife box, and James just can't leave that painting alone.
I've been thinking about this picture as I've been walking around, and I like it.
The question now is how much does homeowner Christopher like it? Now the dealers have been all over this house, but there is one room they haven't discovered.
Check this out.
Oh, wow. Oh, there's a toilet full of little prints and drawings.
Cosy in here. How many of us can fit in?
I just wondered if that was anything.
It's kind of quite primitive, isn't it? Quite like that. Thank you, Simon.
Is this a private party, or can anybody join in? Are you going to sit down, James?
Now, this proves something
with you
here.
looking.
You could leave us 3 antique dealers in this toilet, and I guarantee you, at the end of the day, we'd all come out making a profit.
Yeah, are you going to leave a deposit?
You're having so much fun in there.
Fun in the loo.
But all good things must come to an end.
Oh, no.
Time's up.
No.
Time's up.
Time's up. Out you come.
Well, there was plenty to excite the dealers in Christopher and Sarah's home, and in total they bid on a mammoth 46 items. But what do they most want to go home with?
I think I'd like to leave with that letter opener. Nice, clean example. Don't have to make any excuses for it.
I think the thing I'd quite like to take home most is the picture in a great frame. I have it out of there in a fraction of a second and put a mirror in it.
The one thing I really hope I'm going to take home from today is actually the spirit flask. I just think it's lovely, really, really nice. Something I'd quite like for my own collection.
Will the dealers get what they want? We'll find out soon. First, time to see the total amount of cash they have offered Christopher, who's come back with his daughter Lucy. Now, in this envelope, Lucy, is the amount of money you could make today. Do you want to have a look? And tell me how much is written inside.
8,915.
What do you think?
Gosh. Wow.
That is a lot of money.
That's a lot of money, isn't it? What do you think, Dad?
Yes, it is, yeah.
How much do you think you're going to part with, Christopher?
I don't know. I think we ought to find out.
Shall we go and have a look, Lucy?
Yes.
First up is Grandma's whiskey flask Christopher is willing to sell. Henry wants it for his collection, but James has left a bid on it too. Now, this is something a bit quirky, a bit different, Christopher.
It is
Tell
a
me
bit
about
different,
that.
yeah. It's a piece I inherited from my grandmother.
So your grandmother had this? That's
She did.
interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, James and Henry both really like this. This is just up James's street. And Henry said he's got a collection of these at home. And I suspect his bid is so that he can keep this. He doesn't want to sell it on.
Okay.
Should we see what they think?
Yeah.
Henry says £160.
Okay. Seems a little on the low side.
Independent valuation is between £200 and £300.
That's more the ticket.
James says 250.
That's good. Yeah.
You didn't have to think about that.
I didn't.
Christopher.
I don't really like it.
So have we got a sale?
We have.
What do you think your grandmother would say?
Oh, I think she'd be pleased to see him go. I mean, she used him as a doorstop.
And I like that, and I'm glad to have got it. I think I paid enough, but I can sell it.
I'll try not to cry. I did want that, actually. So maybe I should have offered a bit more, but there we are.
Grandmother's doorstop goes to James, who handsomely outbid Henry. Next, it's the beautiful 18th century knife box. Now, all the dealers looked at this, and they all picked up on the fact that it's not got the original interior. Now, the fact that it's not in its original condition is a downer for the dealers, but it actually makes it much more practical for today, which they all recognised. What do you keep in it?
Well, that's our wedding invitations. So it's a nice special box to contain nice memories.
Well, that's a lovely idea. How do you feel about selling it?
If the right price comes up, maybe. But it's a nice piece. I like it.
Well, we've got 3 bids sitting
Gosh.
there. Simon has bid you £120.
That's... no. No, thank you.
You look quite worried.
I do,
actually,
because
when I showed
that's
you
not a
that
lot of
amount.
money. Yes.
No good.
No.
Independent valuation on this piece is actually between £200 and £300.
Yes.
How do you feel about that valuation? Does that sound
It's
fair?
a bit... no, it's a bit on the low side.
Henry says 160.
Still a bit low.
Last chance. James says 300.
It's a good price, but it's a nice piece, and I'll say no.
No sale.
No sale.
Thought James made a really strong bid for a knife box. It had no interior. I think the gentleman's turned down a very good offer from James.
And I think he should have sold it for 300. He won't get a better offer than that.
Well, I told the dealers they were going to have to bid high, and Christopher is proving me right. He also decided to keep an oil painting of a horse that James offered 300 for, a large portrait of an impressive lady that Henry offered £600 for, and a 19th century rosewood card table that Simon bid £380 for. But what will Lucy want to do with her chair? It was made in the 1950s in an 18th century French style, and she's already turned down an offer of £90 from Henry.
But we do have another bid here, Lucy, and this is from dealer James. Dealer James says £150. That's quite a lot of money, isn't it?
Yes.
What do you think?
I don't really want to sell it.
I'm going to tell those dealers. No sale.
So Lucy didn't want to sell me her chair. Oh, Lucy, come on, you're too big for it now.
And so are you, James. Hold on to it, Lucy. Now it's Dad's turn again. It's the oil painting of the Angel Gabriel in a stunning gilt frame, and James couldn't leave this alone. But has he bid enough to tempt Christopher?
Christopher, tell me about this painting. It's quite an eyeful, isn't it?
It is. I mean, it's a good sort of decorative 19th century painting in a carved giltwood frame.
It is a stunning gilt frame, isn't it? In fact, James would rather like to take the picture out and put a mirror in there. Something you want to get rid of?
I like it. It's a good sort of central point to the drawing room.
James says £1,600.
Christopher says no.
Why do you say no?
Sort of replace it's going to cost me a lot more.
Independent valuation is £1,500 to £2,000. Now that's based on a sort of auction estimate.
Yeah.
So £1,600 is a pretty strong bid, I would
is
say,
strong.
from a dealer who's
Yeah.
got to make their profit.
Yes, I accept that. Yeah.
Quite sure?
Quite sure.
No sale.
That was my most generous bid. I'm a bit disappointed about that. Oh, well, never mind.
Well, that was a great effort from James, but I think Christopher just wasn't going to sell. But next, it's the silver and ivory page turner, which has bids from all three dealers.
The thing I like about your example is the ivory is in such good condition, because you often see these and they've been shortened.
Yeah, they're broken.
That's
Yeah.
right. So it's nice that you've got the original length to it. 3 bids, Christopher.
Good. That can go.
Right. Henry has bid you £80.
Okay.
Fair price?
It's a good starting point.
Independent valuation on this is between £100 and £150. Sound about right?
That sounds about right, yes.
Simon says 110.
Okay.
Good enough?
Good enough, but I think we could do better.
Okay. James says 110.
Does he? Right.
What do you think?
Yeah, that's 110's fine.
Well, they can't both have it, Christopher. And in fact, I'm going to bring all 3 dealers back in and see if they'll give you another bid.
Great, good.
Come on in, boys. Christopher, meet Simon, James and Henry.
Hello.
Now, you 3, we're talking about this lovely Victorian page turner in great condition, but we have 2 front runners here. Okay. James and Simon
You're right a bit.
have the highest bid at £110, but we don't have a sale.
Oh.
So if any of you want to take it home, we need another bid.
I thought it was a letter opener.
Well, I knew you'd say that. You often get them confused, don't you? But I think it's got to be a pretty big letter to open that.
Well, my bills are about that size when they come normally.
Enormous bills to open.
So how about it?
Well,
Okay.
okay.
We'll have a little.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Okay, we have 3 new bids, Christopher.
Okay.
Simon has bid you 125. Good effort. What do you
Very
think?
good. Yes, good.
Okay, I'll take that now.
Oh, hang on a minute. Okay. James has bid you 120.
Not so good.
£5 short.
Henry says 100.
Token bid to make the others look good.
Very kind of you. Much appreciated.
So we have 125 on the table.
I think we can go with 125.
Amazing what a bit of arm twisting will do.
It is.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good bit.
Cheers. Thank you. Really pleased with the page turner, except I thought it was a letter opener, but I'm glad to buy it anyway. Thanks very much.
He's such a strong buyer, that Simon.
Well done, Simon. You can open those big bills with ease now. Simon also bought this beautiful George III silver snuff box for £175 and this Chinese blue and white willow pattern plate for £130. James bought this 19th century needlework for £160 and the pewter spittoons he really liked he got for £90. In total, the dealers offered Christopher and his family nearly £9,000. But with Christopher's reluctance to sell some of his things, how much money will he and Lucy actually make?
Christopher, you said you wanted to make a little bit more space in here. Do you think you've achieved that?
Maybe. I think we've, scratched the surface.
Well, I don't know about space, but you have made today £1,530. Now, if you had a lot of money, Lucy, what would you do with it?
Get a new sofa and go on holiday.
What's the matter with the old sofa?
It's not very comfortable at all.
Take that on board?
We're off to this wonderful countryside bungalow in Lincolnshire. It's home to horse-loving Sharon and football fanatic Mick. They met 3 years ago and have since got married and moved in together. But tidy Sharon likes the minimalist look, and Mickey's large collection of sporting memorabilia is cluttering up her life.
I know we used to say that it had collected a bit, but trust me, I never realised how much it collected.
So they've agreed to have a clear-out. And it's not only Mickey who's going to have to face difficult decisions about selling precious belongings. Sharon has a large collection of gold, and up for sale is this lovely horse racing brooch she bought for her daughter.
I bought it for her 21st, and this was supposed to be worn on a jacket when she did the show jumping, but she said she would never wear it because obviously she was frightened of losing it. So she said, Mum, if you get a good price offered on the day, a real good price, she will part with them.
Now, Mickey and Sharon, you've got a real mixture in this bungalow, haven't you? Tell me where it's all come from.
2 houses. It feels like 22 houses, to be fair, but it has to go. Some of it, most of it.
OK, most of it.
Yeah.
All of it. All of it has to go.
Sharon. Well, what I want to know is whose stuff is going to go? If it's things from both of your houses.
Mickey's.
Ooh, this could be fun.
Definitely Mickey's.
Time to get Mickey and Sharon out, and our dealers Simon Schneider, David Ford and David Hakeney in. Now, I've got a large modern bungalow for you here, and the lady of this house very much likes the minimalist look, so there's a lot in there that needs to be got rid of.
Right,
Let's get to
let's
work,
go
boys.
for it.
Let's go for it, Dave.
Try and work out. Right.
Our little Luke in the kitchen.
Like a lot of dealers, David Hakeney relies as much on his instinct as his knowledge.
What's it on here? Churchill. 10 Downing Street. December 1942. Gosh.
He's found a letter from Churchill's wife, Clementine, to Sharon's mother.
Churchill.
We'll have to find out from Sharon later what that's all about.
Oh, gosh, I don't know what that's worth. This is a little gambling bid.
It's not a letter from the great man himself, but still collectible. Playing it safe for Simon and David Ford, they're in the master bedroom piling up a load of Sharon's gold.
Do we just pile it all up? All right, Simon, there's my bid. Now, no looking at it.
Right. Really, the question with this is basically how much do you want to earn?
Well, I've gone in at a very low bid.
You obviously want to earn quite a bit.
I do.
then.
So the greediest won't buy it,
Well,
will
that's
they?
about basically it.
Who's your money on? Now, Sharon was hoping the dealers would want to buy all of Mickey's sporting memorabilia, which clutters up the dining room.
Oh, gosh, somebody's a football fan. Look at these. All these football shirts, gosh. It's not something I can tell you much about, but Simon's the boy for this.
Well, no bids there, but also in the dining room is Mickey's Victorian dinner gong.
That's a good thing. Dinner is served.
Back in the living room, David Ford is curious about that letter from Winston Churchill's wife.
I think that's rather nice. I wonder how the owners came to own that. Let's put Churchill back in front. The plaster thing is not worth anything at all, but the letter's quite interesting.
As it's addressed to her mum, this letter must be very precious to Sharon, so will she want to sell?
Come on in now, Simon. I just want to ask you about all this football gear.
Well, I did come in and look at it. Not really. I mean, I'm a great football fan and I love Liverpool Football Club, who I've supported for many years. But you can sort of buy signed football shirts at charity auctions and things like that. They frequently turn up.
Well, I have to tell you, the lady of the house is going to be very disappointed not to see any big cars on that. She wants them out.
Oh, can you understand why? Would you like them hanging in your dining room?
No.
I think I might get killed if I went home and did that.
It's 1-0 to Mickey, as it looks as if his football gear is staying. Sharon's stuff in the bedroom is getting much more interest. David Halkney is busy totting up a second stash of her gold. Amongst it is a modern charm bracelet with 7 charms and weighing 21 grams.
I think all these charms are gold, some aren't marked, but they look gold to me. I'm always the first one in, yeah?
And the horse and jockey brooch Sharon gave to her daughter as a 21st birthday present.
Anybody goes racing would love to wear something like that. OK.
Now, will David be tempted to make an offer on any of Mickey's sporting memorabilia?
You could really write my entire knowledge about football on a very small postage stamp.
I think that's a no, then.
A rather nice gong.
But he has spotted Mickey's gong, which David Halkney has already bid on.
Let's wake everybody up. I see David Halkney's had a go at it. I will make a bid for that. Be nice if it had a proper hammer, so I'll put it
But
right
it's
in
not
front of
Mickey's things that the dealers really want. It's Sharon's gold.
I'm prepared to go. There is one thing here that I wouldn't melt, and that's this pretty little brooch.
And Simon's taken a particular fancy to the horse racing brooch that belongs to Sharon's daughter. She will let her mum sell, but only for a good price.
This is 9 carat, I'm sure.
And while Simon's trying to snap up all the gold in one bedroom, David Halkney is doing exactly the same in the other. With all the dealers bidding against one another, working out what to offer can be a bit of a gamble.
It is a gamble with this gold. It can be up, it can be down tomorrow, who knows?
Well, one thing's for sure, when it comes to making a profit, the dealers can't afford to be sentimental. With time running out, David Ford is looking at Sharon's charm bracelet.
Charms probably all have a reason they were given, a gift or something like that to celebrate some occasion. And here I am just looking at it at the gold value, which seems very sad to me. But the gold is worth more than the thing.
Maybe not to Sharon, though. We'll find out later.
OK, time up, everybody.
What are you doing? He never does it at home.
Get out of here.
Thanks very much, Dean. We're off.
Well, the chats weren't interested in Mickey's sporting memorabilia, so let's find out what has taken their eye.
I think the catchiest bit and probably the best-selling little bit of jewellery today was the racehorse and jockey. I hope I get that.
Pretty little brooch, quite an easy thing to sell, so I think I'd like to be taking that home at the end of the day, fingers crossed.
The thing I quite like is the letter from Clementine Churchill. And if I am able to buy that for the offer I've made, I'd be quite happy to have it, because I can get a little profit out of it, which is why I'm here.
David wants to make a profit, but is he willing to speculate to accumulate? Let's find out the total amount on offer.
In this envelope is the amount you could walk away with today.
Right. You're nervous?
I'll have it. £2,340.
What do you reckon?
Depends what they've bid on.
You know, it'll be on your jewellery, I would have thought on that.
You're smiling, Mickey.
I am.
We better see just how much of that you're prepared to sell.
Right.
First up, it's a statue of Churchill and a historic letter sent to Sharon's mum, Margaret.
Tell me, what is it that your mother, Margaret, did? Because Baroness Churchill writes, I am most grateful to you for the trouble you have taken to help the brave Russians in their terrible struggle and in the glorious defence of their country.
It was my mum and 2 friends, and they sewed lavender bags, and they made little flowers out of candle wax. They then went around where they lived and then raffled them off. And when they actually got all the money in, which was 12 and 11, 8 penny, I think.
Right.
That's what they sent to Mrs. Churchill.
So how enterprising of them. And how thoughtful to make all those gifts and raffle them.
I think what really made it special was the fact that my mum was only 10 years old when she did that.
Well, it may surprise you, but we've got 2 bids sitting here.
Great.
Now, the independent valuation for this letter with the plaster figure, which is quite late, is between £50 to £100. OK. David Hackney has bid you £30.
Got to do better than that, especially for what she did for it. Definitely not worth it.
That's a definite no, then. But we do have another bid, Sharon.
Right.
David Ford has bid you £50.
Yes, that's better. And I think with that, yeah, I'll definitely let it go.
We have a sale.
Yes.
Any regrets, though? Because isn't that something to be incredibly proud of? To have that connection of Baroness Churchill writing direct to your mother?
I'm very, very proud, but I'm as proud as my mum without that letter, anyway.
I'm pleased to have that. It's something I can sell, I've got a market for, so good for me.
Well, Sharon has stuck to her guns and made a difficult decision to sell off some of her past. Next, it's the Victorian dinner gong, which belongs to Mickey.
I don't know why I bought it, really, because I get out of bed quite early in the morning, but I think it was to get the kids out of bed. But what they did, they took the beater and hid it. So after that, with being in football, I used to give it a bit of that, you know, kick it in the morning, but...
What's this one, then? Where's this come from?
Homemade. A bit of Hessian and a bit of glow and a bit of that, and there we go.
Works a treat.
I think there's tights in there, actually, if I can remember.
Yeah, but they're not mine, they're yours.
Tights.
Definitely.
You really want this to go, don't you, Sharon?
Yes, definitely.
Well, the good news is I've got 2 bids.
Great.
David Ford has bid you £55.
Need a bit more than that, I'm sure.
The independent valuation on this is actually 100 to 150.
Yeah, I would have thought that.
Well, David Hackney has also left you a bid, and he says 100.
I'll do.
Hang on a minute, who's making the decision here? You know,
I'm
earlier on
really
in
well
the programme.
pleased.
Are you?
Are you giving him some good advice?
Well, thinking
It's up
about
to you.
it. Yes, you've got a sale.
Fantastic.
Is that OK for you then?
Marvellous, darling.
Yeah.
You know, people are always looking for a big, important dinner gong like that one. I'm really pleased with that. I'll do well with that one.
So that's a bit of Mickey's past gone too. Next, it's the gold horse racing brooch that Sharon gave to her daughter for her 21st, and all 3 dealers have bid on it.
I think you're going to have a very difficult one here, I can tell you now.
Let's see what we can do. 3
I'm
bids.
interested.
David Ford says 62.
No.
Oh, that was a quick
No.
Independent valuation, 80 to £100.
That surprises me, I thought.
Does it?
A bit disappointed. Probably thought it was a bit more than that.
Well, let's see what the dealers think, because we've still got 2 more bids. And Simon says 85.
Again, I'm not entering to this one.
Can we go for the other one just to see?
David Hackney says 85. Well, some would say great minds think alike.
Yes.
But they've both bid the same amount.
So what happens there then?
I'm going to bring all 3 dealers back in and ask them to give you another bid.
Yeah.
And I think we might just get you a little bit more.
What do you think?
Right. We'll see then.
Come on in, boys. Now, Sharon and Mickey, meet Simon.
Hi.
David Hackney.
Hi.
And David
Hi.
Ford.
Hello,
How
hi.
are you?
Hello.
Now, boys, we're talking about this rather lovely gold horse and jockey brooch. It's a bit of a 2-horse race, boys. Because both Simon and David Hackney have bid £85. But I have to tell you, neither of you are taking it home right now. And if you'd like to give another bid, you included, David, then please do so.
It's a very nice piece, this.
Okie dokie. Okay. Right. Okay.
Lovely, thank you. Right, 3 new bids. David Ford
Bless him.
has given it a good shot and says £80.
No.
So it's still a 2-horse race. David Hackney says 105. What do you reckon, Sharon?
It's getting better.
It's getting quite a lot better, I would say.
Quite impressed with that.
Simon says 105.
Oh, you're joking! Oh, no!
You know what they say, don't you? Great minds think.
Well, do you know what? It is really appreciated as well, because I would like it to go.
So how do you feel, Sharon? What's the decision?
Yes, I'm quite happy.
So potentially we have a sale at £105. Sounds like we better toss a coin, chaps. You got a coin, David?
I got a coin.
Okay.
Your call is?
Heads.
It's tails.
Congratulations. You are now the proud owner of a gold horse.
All right, Tom. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Story of my life. I lost the toss. Well done, David.
I'm very pleased with it. I think I can sell that one all right.
Sharon got the good price she wanted, and that wasn't the only gold she sold. David Hackney bought a pile of gold earrings and necklaces for £590 and an Art Nouveau gold and pearl pendant for £90. While David Ford took home a half sovereign dated from 1914 for £125. But what about the gold charm bracelet all the dealers have bid on and David Ford has said would be scrapped?
Tell me about this charm bracelet.
This is mine, and all the charms are on it are from people that I've known. They've given me, my daughter bought me one, so it's quite special.
Well, it's 9-carat gold, and we have 3 dealers who want to take it home.
I know, I'm worried now. It's going to be difficult, this.
Everything's difficult with you to part with things.
This
It
is,
honestly.
this is.
David Ford says 145.
Hopefully the others are more than that.
The independent valuer has put £170 to £200 on this.
I don't know if I'm tempted or not.
You're sitting on the fence with this one.
Yeah, I am, really.
Let's see if I can help you out. David Hackney says 165.
It's a little tester. Go for the last one and hopefully it's more than that. So look at the last one.
Simon says 180.
I mean, the thing is, you don't very often wear it these days, though, do you, Dave?
No.
This is really hard for you, isn't it,
Yeah.
Sharon? Very special item.
Your choice.
Yes, you've got a sale.
We have a deal. £180 is coming to you.
Thank you.
Well, I'm really pleased to buy that. I hope I can get myself a little profit on it. So thank you very much indeed for selling it to me.
He'll go and sell it and he'll make a small margin. If I'd bought it, I'd have made a better margin.
Well, Simon wasn't greedy, and we'll find out how much profit he makes at the end of the show. And Sharon wasn't prepared to sell all her jewellery. She kept a modern 9-carat gold lady's wristwatch, which Simon offered £115 for, some 9-carat gold earrings, and a gold and diamond ring. So how much of the £2,340 the dealers offered have Mickey and Sharon accepted?
So have you learnt anything today?
Yes, I have. Definitely things are more sentimental than what you think, but, you know, the memories are always there.
Well, along with all those special memories, you're also taking home £1,688.
I'll take that, Mr. Walker.
I'll get the £88. And,
That is
here we go.
lovely. That is really nice.
Everybody's happy.
Today's homeowners have walked away with over £3,000 from the secret dealers. But just how wisely did our dealers buy? Well, Simon sold the charm bracelet for £220, making a quick but modest profit, but he still got the silver and ivory page turner he bought. David Hakeney sold the dinner gong to one of his staff for just £110, but the gold horse racing brooch is still up for sale in his shop. And David Ford has yet to sell the letter from Clementine Churchill. And as for the homeowners, Christopher and his family are ordering the new sofa for the playroom, and Mickey and Sharon have decided to spend their money on a new lawn.
Well, we've all made some discoveries today. I'll see you next time on Secret Dealers.